Hey guys, what's up? It's Royal French Fry 24 here, back with NBA 2K11 Association Mode. I promised this video for a long time, so it's finally out. It's gonna be very similar to my Clippers Association. If you guys don't know that, I watched that back, so this is the creation video. It's gonna be very similar, like I said, so let's get started. The number of players won 29 games. Oh, the usual trade override is off. I'm going to play preseason games, best of 7 for all the playoffs, 10-minute quarters, 12-minute sims, autosave is on. And the team I'm going to pick here is the Timberwolves, as I said in my selection video. They're a crappy team, but lots of good young talent, and I plan on making them a perennial contender. Prospect scouting is on. And this is the team so far. Pretty bad, but it's gonna change really soon. And I'm gonna call the association G Wolves because they're gonna be gangsters by the time I'm done with them. This team is gonna be amazing. So yeah, there's the G Wolves. And I'm gonna load the same draft class I used for the Clippers. No players is too high overall, which is good. And these are just and I find this one really funny. But let's get started with the trades. Before I make any moves, let me just show you the roster right now. And if you noticed, I moved Kevin Love to center because that's where he garners the most value. And I think it's a great way to get the most value out of your players if you market them at different positions, which I do, which I actually did with the last association. And basically, I wouldn't consider it cheating because you're basically getting the most out of your own players, because I didn't do any attribute changes, I just changed their position. So we got Kevin Love at center, Michael Beasley at small forward, and Johnny Flynn, Luke Ridnour are much more valuable at shooting guard. We got Wes Johnson, Randolph, who's very, very valuable at center. And the reason that centers are more valuable is because they're scarce in the NBA, so there's not too many. Martell Webster, the best player out of the 03 draft class, Darko Milicic, Telfair, Hayward, Pekovic, and Tolliver. So that's my roster right now. And if you guys don't like trades, you're in the wrong place because I'm going to trade a lot. So stay tuned. And for my first trade, I'm going to ship out Kevin Love, Flynn, Ridnour, and the first round pick to the Bulls for Bryant Scalabrine. We're also going to get Kyle Korver. And the MVP himself, Derrick Rose. Now let's break down the trade. And once again, trading Love, Flynn, Ridnour, and a first from the T-Wolves for Brian Scalabrine and Korver and D Rose. And this is why you guys know it's a video game, because the Bulls would never trade two of the best players in the NBA, Brian Scalabrine and Derrick Rose, and the best hair in the NBA. And that's why this is just a video game, and they will accept that. And we have Derrick Rose and Scalabrine and Ashton Kutcher on the team, man. Things could not have gone better. And now for my next trade, Larry Hughes, who I picked up in free agency, Lazar Hayward, and then we're gonna trade 2 second rounders to, you guessed it, the Cleveland Cavaliers for their first rounder, which I know is going to be hella valuable. Manny Harris, Samardo Samuels, and I want to be lopsided with this trade, so I steal a second, their next first rounder. I don't know why the Cavs are so not reluctant to give up their first rounders, but they do accept. I just basically robbed the Cavaliers. And now for another major trade, I'm going to trade Anthony Randolph, who has a ridiculous trade value because of his high potential, and Samardo Samuels for a player that broke out last season. That will be LaMarcus Aldridge. And they do accept. That was a really nice trade on my part. And now we have two good players and we're looking to move on from there. And then for the next trade, I'm going to trade somebody else I picked up in FA, Kalena Azubuike, the Aussie man, for a second round pick from the Sacramento Kings. And this also saves cap space, so we get another second rounder, which is going to be really useful. And proceeding right along, I know we got lots of Beasley haters who are watching, as in my selection video people want me to trade Beasley. People don't like his attitude and his drug problems in the past, so I'm going to get rid of him as people wanted. And I'm going to get a nice player with great upside, JaVale McGee. As I said, good centers in this league are far and few between, so I'm going to trade Beasley to his hometown Washington Wizards, to DC where he grew up. Milicic, a second rounder for McGee and Young. I think it's a great trade on our part, as we really didn't need that second rounder. And then trading Wes Johnson, somebody who I'm not really that much of a fan of, Wayne Ellington, and our first round pick from the T-Wolves for somebody who's a very underrated player in this league, J. Smooth Smith. And I want to steal a second rounder from them, and they do accept. And now we're going to trade Sebastian Telfair, who I also moved to SG, and Tolliver, who I moved to center, for Solomon Jones, who I'm probably going to use in a later trade, Josh McRoberts, who's a solid young player who I'm probably going to trade also, for a great shooter in Brandon Rush. I watched him when he was at Kansas. He's just a lights-out shooter. Now I tried to trade Ryan Hollins, who I got along with the second round pick for Sean. I traded Sean Williams to the Cavs, which I forgot to show on screen who I got from free agency. But I'm going to try to trade Hollins, McRoberts, Jones, and a second rounder from the Cavs for Fry and Xavier Dowdell, and they do accept that. That is a monster win on our part. And now we're going to trade Martell Webster for somebody that's a great shooter but has not been getting enough minutes in Cleveland, Daniel Boobie Gibson. I think just the name Boobie itself warrants a trade for him. So now we got a great shooter under D Rose. And now we are going to try to trade Rafer Alston, another free agent man. I told you guys I sign a lot of them. Trade Ashton Kutcher with his wonderful Bieber hair. I'm going to be very sad. But we're going to get Udonis Haslem, James Jones, and Eddie House if this goes through. And they do accept. I didn't expect them not to. The hair itself. If the Heat didn't pick Ashton Kutcher, I don't know who they would. And now we're going to try to trade those throw-ins from the Heat deal, as I only wanted Haslam. We'll try to trade House and Jones for a second rounder. They don't like that, so we're going to just, because basically I'm just doing this for a salary dump. I'm going to trade our Hawks pick for the Wizards' current pick from the Kings, and they do accept that. Now we're done with the trades. If you look at the roster from the beginning of the video, you'll notice it's completely different. If I remember, I don't think I kept a single player from the original team, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. But at point guard, we have Derrick Rose, followed by Daniel Boobie Gibson. Got Nick Young and Brandon Rush, with Manny Harris in the D-League. Got Josh Smith at small forward, along with Channing Frye and Walter Herman, a great three-point shooter I found in free agency. LaMarcus Aldridge at power forward, followed by Haslam and Scal, our secret weapon. And then McGee and the Beat down low for some size. Now this is our schedule. We played the Knicks first, but I'm probably going to show the game against the Nuggets since I showed the Knicks in my last association. So these 4 games, you guys have to choose from on my first game, and I'm probably gonna show a game against the Bulls. I'd feel obligated to. Maybe the Lakers, Sonics. I should probably show a game from there. The Heat, or probably not the Heat. And then, like, just tell me what games you guys want to see. I really don't want to show a game against the Knicks again. I'm kind of sick of the team at this point, but it's up to you guys. Because I think the Nuggets would probably be more exciting. So, leave your, like, trade suggestions and stuff, even though I'm probably likely not to make any more trades and screw up the team chemistry. Just leave suggestions in the comments, any questions, you know. And also, guys, if anybody's able to make intros, like really nice intros and stuff, that actually look pretty good, let me know. PM me, because as you guys see there, my intro at the beginning of the video, I made it myself, but it's not that good. So if anybody's able to make intros and or backgrounds, let me know. Just give me a PM and we'll get something done. So guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the first game, and I will catch you guys later.